Hey guys, we're starting things. We're doing the All Together Again predictions for New Japan Pro Wrestling, All Japan Pro Wrestling, and Pro Wrestling Noah. For the first time in 11 years, New Japan, All Japan, and Pro Wrestling Noah come together on Friday, June 9th for All Together Again. With a loaded lineup, fans will get a taste of the best of all three companies with a spectacular event in Ryogoku Sumo Hall. Kicking things off of All Together Again is a clash between Pro Wrestling Noah's heavyweights and Chaos. Bishamon will head to Ryogoku 5 days removed from their IWGP Tag Team title challenge at Dominion. They will be joined by Tomohiro Ishii to take on Masakita Maya. Masakita Miya, Daiki Inaba, and Yoshiki Inamura. Back in January at Yokohama Arena, a tag team match for Ishii and Oscar Liube against Inaba and Kitamiya ended in a wild brawl between Ishii and Kitamiya that spread to the backstage area. Now another powerhouse in Inaba joins the mix for Noah to present strong competition for a former never openweight six-man tag team championship side. It does not say what the time limit is here. I don't think there is a time limit. Should be a good matchup still nonetheless. I see Chaos's Yoshihashi, Hiroki Goto, and Tomohiro Ishii getting the victory here. Did I mention that a portion of the proceeds go to charity too? Well, yeah, that's what was announced anyway. TMDK's Zack Sabre Jr. and Kosei Fujita will take on Rising International Noah stars in Chris Ridgway and Sean Legacy at All Together Again. Ridgway and ZSJ reunite after they traded wins in UK rings back in 2018, with both looking to show the benefit of half a decade's extra experience. Meanwhile, Sean Legacy, a new face to Noah having debuted back in April, will likely be tested by Fujita, whose momentum has only grown bigger since pinning Gato in tag team action recently in Yoyogi. I see TMDK getting the victory here. And we've got a singles matchup taking place for the first time ever. Singles clash pitting Shota Umino opposite the quote-unquote world-famous Yoshitatsu of All Japan. 2002 Dojo class member Yoshitatsu faces the 2022 excursion returnee Umino as the Roughneck looks to show the strength of New Japan Youth's movement into face of the All Japan Pro Wrestling veteran. I see Yoshitatsu getting the victory here. Well, coming up in the next matchup is a tag team matchup set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit between Hakuto Omori and Satoshi Kojima versus Axes, which is Go Shiozaki and Katsuhiko Nakajima. Recently reunited under Axes is Katsuhiko Nakajima, left former factional home Congo earlier in the spring. Nakajima and perennial Noah ace Go Shiozaki face Hakuto Omori and Satoshi Kojima. Can the new and All Japan alliance of Kojima and Omori put up a strong united front against the combined Axis force? I don't see that happening. Then we've got trios action here between Strong Style and some Pro Wrestling Noah guys. Strong Styles, Ren Narita, El Desperado, and Minoru Suzuki face Pro Wrestling Noah's Naomichi Marufuji, Takashi Sugiura, and Junta Miyawaki. Desperado and Suzuki have a lot of previous with Marufuji and Sugiura, going back to Suzuki-gun's reign of terror in Noah between 2015 and 2017. While Miyawaki and Narita will be more than happy to represent the new generations of their respective companies in what's sure to be an explosive and hard-hitting battle. I see Strong Style getting the victory here. Then in the sixth matchup, United Empires, Francesco Akira, TJP, Aaron Henare, Grado Khan, and Jeff Cobb will take on All Japan people as well, with 10-man tag team action pitting United Empire against a cross-factional All Japan Pro Wrestling force. Jun and Rei Saito of long-running All Japan faction Voodoo Murders combine with Ryuki Honda of the Gungnir of Anarchy and two men in Hikaru Sato and Dan Tamura that United Empire's Francesco Akira was familiar with in tag battles while competing for All Japan at the start of the decade. With Akira having trained with the Saito brothers in All Japan Pro Wrestling's dojo as well, in the face of a disparate side from All Japan, United Empire will likely look to stamp an authoritative mark on Ryogoku, in which they'll probably win this match. Another trios matchup is set to take place between Los Ingobernables de Japón and two All Japan Pro Wrestlers and Yuji Nagata. Another 6-man tag will see Los Ingobernables de Japón's Bushi, Tetsuya Naito, and Shingo Takagi face All Japan Pro Wrestling in the form of Suwama, Yuma Anzai, and Yuji Nagata in New Japan. At All Japan Pro Wrestling's recent Champion Carnival final event in Ota, Naito and Bushi tagged to face 23-year-old rising star Anzai and Kento Miyahara. Tonight, Anzai will continue to represent the new generation of All Japan Pro Wrestling talent, alongside a near 2-decade stalwart of All Japan in Suwama, and the current Triple Crown champion in Yuji Nagata. For Tetsuya Naito, Suwama's presence brings added poetry to the situation, with the imposing All Japan star being one of Los Ingobernables' opponents on the last All Together card back in 2012. Meanwhile, the All Japan roster as a whole was none too pleased with Nagata's Triple Crown victory earlier this year, having come in from New Japan Pro Wrestling. And one has to wonder whether promotional side could be an impediment rather than a motivator for Suwama and Anzai. Either way, I see Los Ingobernables getting the victory here. Then in the next trios matchup, in set full one fall with a 30-minute time limit, Just 5 Guys in New Japan will take on Pro Wrestling Noah's Good Looking Guys. New Japan and Noah's fast-rising factions of 2023 collide when IWGP World Heavyweight Champion brings his Just Five Guys crew of Takamichi Noku and Yoshinobu Kanemaru to face the good-looking guys side of Tadasuke, Yohei, and the GHC Heavyweight Champion Jake Lee. Last time Sanada and Lee were sharing a ring, it was Christmas Day in 2022 when Sanada, then part of LIJ, teamed with Jake Lee and Yuma Aoyagi to face Atsuki Aoyagi and Kanemaru. That match went to a 30-minute draw, but tonight Sanada will want to show his superiority as the top champion. I see the good-looking guys getting the victory here in a surprise pinfall. In the next matchup is another trios match, set to be a collection of junior all-stars from all three companies, seeing Amakusa of Noah, All Japan Pro Wrestling's World Junior Heavyweight Champion Atsuki Aoyagi and Hiromu Takahashi face Best of the Super Junior winner Master Wato, GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion Hayata, and Rising Hayato, with all together again taking place just 5 short days after Dominion. Wato and Hiromu will both be excited at the prospect of picking up where they left off in Osaka-jo Hall. Wato will also have keen memories of pinning current All Japan World Junior Champion Aoyagi and Korakuen Hall at the All-Star Junior Festival back in March. Tonight is a chance to continue that, with young All Japan star Rising Hayato also in the mix. Meanwhile, Hiromu's reconnection with an old friend in Amakusa was one of many junior heavyweight stories of the early spring, and they'll be looking to put Noah's Hayata in his place in a match with plenty of moving parts here. I see Master Wato, Rising Hayato, and Hayata getting the victory here. And then finally, in our main event, altogether might be a celebration of the unifying power of professional wrestling, but there will be a distinctly unfriendly encounter in Ryogoku when New Japan's Hiroshi Tanahashi, All Japan's Kento Miyahara, and Noah's Kaito Kiyomiya face Pro Wrestling Noah's Keno, All Japan's Yuma Aoyagi, and New Japan's Kazuchika Okada. When All Together Again was first announced at a press conference last month, Kaito Kiyomiya of Noah, Kento Miyahara of All Japan Pro Wrestling, and Hiroshi Tanahashi of NJPW would all be on hand to represent their respective promotions. Their opposition on June 9th adds a healthy dose of chaos to the mix. One can't talk about Kaito Kiyomiya for better or for worse without mentioning Kazuchika. Along with Okada will be Yuma Aoyagi. New Japan fans may remember Atsuki for his impressive main event performance at All-Star Junior Festival earlier this spring, but All Japan fans will have their eyebrows raised at Aoyagi and Miyahara on opposite sides in Ryogoku. Indeed, Keno is one half of the current World Tag Team Champions alongside Manabu Soya, having defended the team of Naoya Omura and yes, Keno's teammate tonight and Yuma Aoyagi. Competition is sure to be fierce, and not just between the two teams in what would well become the main event here tonight. I see Kazuchika Okada's team getting the victory here. There you go. That was your all together again predictions. This is TPW Talking Pro Wrestling, and I'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.